What's up, YouTube? This week, I'm a floating head. So this week, with it being 4th of July and today being July 3rd, I'm going to try to get this out on time today. Shh, I'm not running behind. Anywho, so I've been playing a lot with my laser and felt like doing another laser video. So let's go show you guys how we set this up and actually use the laser to cut, which I've never actually shown on the channel because I didn't know it could do it until yesterday. So let's flip this around and get going. I can see my phone and my glasses right there. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, so did you guys know that you can support me for not spending a cent by hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing my videos? Doesn't cost you a cent, helps the algorithm see me a whole lot more, and it's totally free for you. It just takes 3 clicks. Just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks, bye. Alright, I apologize that I don't actually know how to share a computer screen to a video, so I'm doing my best with what I got. So first up, we are going to, where's it at? Import, because I already generated all this fun stuff. I always like to keep original size because why not? And then for these, I like to make them go with 65 millimeters. And yes, I know it's millimeters. We're American, we don't use millimeters. But all right, and then from here I just want to add this little blue border around and keep it fairly even. And we're gonna, over on that side, oh, I forgot it's a touch screen, I bumped it. But over on the right hand side, we are going to okay, it keeps selecting the image, so we're just going to select that. We select cut. I'm going to run it about 90%. Then we'll bring this back over to here. And let me get off of the center line so you can see where the blue lines are. Sorry, my trackball's being a little overly sensitive, so I'm going to turn the sensitivity down on it. This one I have a little button I can click and it'll actually slow it down. So you see where the light blue lines are intersecting? That means everything is pretty much centered. So we're going to leave that there. We're going to turn the slow speed off, and then we'll engrave this at 70%. So from here, I'm actually got to turn the lights on so we can get everything placed where we need it to do this. And hopefully I can get this lined up at least somewhat okay when we come back to it. Okay, I apologize for the funky angle, but it's where I can get what I need. If you can't tell, I've been playing a little bit with this piece. So what we're going to do is just kind of... I burned my table. I love lasers. They don't care. They just burn through everything. All right. I'm done being weird. That's a lie. I'll never be done. All right. So we're going to slide this over a little bit. And we set that at 60 millimeters. So we're just about 2.5 inches. So yeah, we're at 2 5/8 inches wide. So if you're ever not sure, I always, especially when I'm running the laser, I like to actually keep a tape measure with metric next to my laser for that exact reason. I don't exactly think in metric, but it is a whole lot easier for problem solving. All right, we're going to lift this up a hair. I'm also coming up on time where I actually need to clean this thing again. All right, so laser's lined up. So what we're gonna do now on the computer, we're just going to click process. And I will give you guys a better view on the screen before we hit start. And framing. So from there, there is a little gray button that is right here. So I'm gonna push that. Don't mind my messy work table on this thing. I don't do a whole lot of laser stuff anymore. I kind of miss it. That's why we're doing this today. Okay, so that's a little wide. I know what it is. I gotta change one other setting. When I set it to 60, I set it to 60 on just the image, not the box I'm cutting it into. So we are all right. You don't want to get it right on the edge because you never know if it's lined up exactly perfect. So I always like just a little bit of a gap there, which is what I'm watching the red laser for. Because the crosshatch there is actually where it's going to engrave. So let me cut that here and we'll get back on the computer for a second. Okay, so you guys haven't seen the screen yet, but we're done framing, and all the framing is where it moves the laser around physically to show you where it's going to be engraved at. This little box over here, like if I want my start point to be in the middle, it'll adjust that. Sometimes if I'm on the right edge of a board, I'll start on the right side just to make sure everything stays where it needs to. Like if I'm doing circles, a lot of times I'll set it to the middle because it's easier to find the middle of a circle than it is the one side. And usually when I'm doing any type of cylinder engraving on Gettys and the like, I start right there. But since it's framed up, its starting point is here. We have to leave it there. And then since everything's ready to go, we simply hit start. And then this is gonna be really bright if I do this with the lights off for you guys. So we are going to turn the light on, zoom it in, don't mind the mess. Okay, I just brought you guys down and closer. So we are going to hit start, and the computer doesn't do much at this point, so there we go. Sometimes it'll have little weird artifacts like that. You know, I didn't look to see how long this was going to take. It shouldn't be more than a few minutes. They just changed how the program works again. I used to be able to go in, take the image to where I could actually just score it where it'll only do the outlines of everything. I need to figure out how to do that again because that was really nice. It speeds up a lot. But yeah, so from here, I'm just going to shut up and let the laser do its thing. Okay. That did not cut through. Unfortunately, sometimes that happens, so I'm going to run it again. I'm just going to slow some speeds down, and then we'll do this on a time lapse, and hopefully this time it drops out, and then we should be good. Ooh, it's cinematic. So anywho, that's how we do that. I can't leave it there. So that's how we do that. With this, even though this is super thin, I think this is 1/8 inch material, you can still take a drill bit and run a little magnet or something in there. You know, like 2 in the middle, or 1 in the middle, 2 on the sides. So you can make a little magnet, you can make a little stand that'll, you know. So, say, not that I use these little signs all the time. Especially now that I can make them myself. But yeah, so cat in the hat, that be that. Be safe, have fun, keep making, and have a happy 4th. And check it out tomorrow. There might be a special edition video coming.